Alright. I think I'm good on lotion. It's all good right here. What's good, my peeps? Calvin B back with another live stream for you guys today. And today is a double feature for show. Now, guys, this live stream, if you have not seen the last live stream that I did today, which is called the Money Mindset, then you guys should check that out. If you're looking to get a better understanding of money and get a better understanding of what you can do to earn more money during this time of the C virus, is what I'm going to call it, because I don't know how YouTube is about all the extra stuff. They be tripping sometimes. But if you want to watch that video or that live stream, it's about an hour, 25 minutes. Kind of skip through it, but I give some points on the money mindset, what it actually means, and how you implicate it within your life. All right. Other than that, I've already shared the stream. If you guys can drop a like on this live stream, if you enjoy this type of content. This is a after hours live show episode, but unfortunately, I'm not going to have any music this time. Unfortunately, now, you know what? I might just play it via my phone here. I don't have my my Bluetooth speakers over here, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna try and find some music real quick. I already shared this. Like I said, if you guys can like it, that'll be great. Make sure you subscribe for more content. More content is coming soon, and also make sure you turn on those post notifications so that way you don't miss out on a video or a live stream just like this. But of course, I'm rocking the Exotic Rarities merch. You guys know that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta play the intro song. You know what I'm saying? I gotta play the intro song. I just gotta find it. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's say the live chat goal is to tell me what you aspire to do in life. Like, what is your money goals? What is your life goals? What is your current situation goals? You know what? Let me know in the live chat what's going on with you guys, because I want to communicate with you guys, and I want to make sure we have a tight bond here. You know what I'm saying? We be doing good and everything. So, dang. I forget. Oh, wait, actually, I think. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. So, first off, we got to do the sound check. So that way we make sure, bro. We make sure that the live stream. And I know that I was just rambling on here. Let me get over to my channel. Oh, no. That is not it. It's not showing up. For some reason, it's not showing up on my phone. But, all right. Enough of prolonging. Here we go. Drink choice of today, we got some Michelob Ultra Infusions. Be right back. Yeah, I'm chasing dreams with the team, and I'm getting green with the gang. If you ain't gang, then nigga, you can't hang. If you ain't gang, nigga, you can't hang. I ain't been asleep yet. I be with chasing that check. Wake up, I gotta go get it. Nigga, I ain't by the bag. They like Campbell, you a mess. Chasing check, never stress. Day one. Blame me where I'm from. We gon' all get some. Bringing in no songs. Yeah, I got the money flowing like a
never had none. I ain't quit, ain't done. Spiff, I used to be bum. I'm the one, I'm the one. Now I'm running just to get to the top. Like in the stream, I would never stop till I reach the top. I know you see this young nigga working, I want your props. But you wanna know it's crazy, these niggas hate when it's drop. Yeah, I'm still toasting up with the gang. Still getting green with the gang. Know that ain't a damn thing change. If you ain't gang, then you can't hang with the gang. If you ain't gang, then nigga, you can't hang. If you ain't gang, then nigga, you can't hang. If you ain't gang, then nigga, you can't hang. If you ain't gang, nigga, you can't hang. Yeah, I'm chasing dreams with the team. And I'm getting green with the gang. If you ain't gang, then nigga, you can't hang. If you ain't gang, nigga, you can't hang.
All right.
Yeah.
Might as well let it play.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Y'all know what it is? What? Till then. One day that say about nothing. It's whatever.
All right. I love my brother, and I'm kind of upset that, like, the whole thing with my brother's music is I was jealous the whole time because I was, when I was younger, I did a lot of music. Like I actually did some songs and some covers and all that stuff. And it didn't work out that well. It didn't work out that well. But that's not what this live stream is about. Let's go ahead and get into today's live stream. I know that was a little odd. I just had to go make sure all the lights off was. I had to make sure that all the lights was off in the other room. So, but yeah, this live stream is about how I gained the financial success that I currently have. And if you guys don't know, hey, my name is Calvin Brandon. I went from living paycheck to paycheck to owning my own house and doing well financially on a one-person income. And man, it feels great. It feels great. I can tell you the first time, I'm going to go basically throughout the whole story about like my whole success story with finances and how I got to the point that I'm at. First off, this I'm going to be jumping time here, traveling back in time, reminiscing. So basically, I'm saying I'm trying to figure out where I want to start because this is going to be off the dome. It's not going to be. I don't have any notes or anything like that. I probably should have written notes, but I don't have notes. So I'm going to be going based solely off the dome, off memory, and what have you. But I feel pretty good tonight because I just sat back and I realized that I'm caught up a month ahead on all my bills and all that stuff. And I'm pretty much good. I'm financially free for the next couple of weeks, so I can do a whole lot of different things. But starting off the drink for today, if you guys don't know, just going to be sipping on some Michelob Ultra Infusions, prickly pear with lime. Starting off, I want to start this story off in the very, very beginning because I feel like it's important to know where everything began. Like everybody has a story that they want to tell, and this is like my story. This is what I want to tell you guys. Financially, this is what I dealt with. So I was in middle school, and I told the story on another video, but I when I was in high school, I used to sell candy. And that was like my real first experience with entrepreneurship and actually selling stuff and actually making money successfully and actually having money, right? And I kind of sort of had that money mindset mentality, like, but it wasn't fully developed. It was in this very pre thought about stage. Like, I only wanted to sell candy because I saw other people doing it. And I was like, hey, well, why not do this? I can have some money on the side to do some hobbies or buy lunch or whatever, because I had to pay for lunch. So I had to figure out a way to get money for lunch instead of asking my father, because at that time I was living with my dad. And I was making good money. I actually put all the other sellers out of business because I just set it up to where, man, I would sell out every single day, and I had everything that everybody wanted. And with that, like, I was buying the stuff, and then I was spending the money, like I was spending all the profit. So I never really had like a growing financial standing. I always had like a stagnant standing, in that sense where I would go to school, I would sell candy, I would sell drinks, I would sell chips, I would sell water and all that stuff. And I would pretty much sell out every single day, and I would pretty much just take the money, the profit that I had, and buy stuff that I wanted. Basically, clothes, shoes, new backpack, hats, just different stuff, right? Games, consoles, and stuff like that. And throughout that whole time, like, I never really knew how to manage money at all. So fast forward to after I graduated from high school, which was actually in 2010. So 10 years ago, when I graduated from high school, man, it just feels so weird. 10 years ago, when I graduated from high school, I graduated in 2010. And after I left high school, and I just, like, I didn't have anything to do, I went to a few summer programs, and I was doing some volunteerships for the local, not it wasn't a blind agency. It's like a agency that helps blind people find work and stuff like that. So I went to a couple of programs and got the idea of the 9 to 5 life and everything like that. And I realized sitting around, not really having money, not being able to do anything. I tried to do YouTube, or I was doing YouTube at that point in time. And I was just like, dang, like, I need money. Like, I need money to be able to do what I need to do, to even get to work and all that stuff. And there's living costs. Of course, you grow up, you get out of that kid stage, and then next thing you know, your parents just be like, man, you gotta get out, you gotta get a job, you gotta do something, because, man, you can't just be sitting around the house doing nothing. So I had to do something. So fast forward to after all that happened, that was like in 2010 to 2012. And my first ever real technical job was at Barnes and Noble. I was a bookkeeper, and I was just working so hard. I was like motivated to work and get money and this and all that stuff. And I had the mindset that money was a means to an end. And if you saw the previous live stream that I did for the money mindset, money is not a means to an end, it's a tool. But at that point in time, oh shoot, I just realized something. Oh my gosh, that is why. Oh man, that is why. Okay, sorry guys, I actually just realized something, and it is not a good thing. Not a good thing. Jesus. But I'm gonna see if I can fix this because I put it on the wrong share session, or not share session, but damn it. Okay, that's why I'm not getting any traction with it. Let me see live now. Okay. Um, Unlisted. I need to put it as public. There we go. Thank you. I just realized why this wasn't actually working out. Like I wasn't getting any type of comments or anything like that. All right, but um save that. All right, and hopefully let me see. All right, but so after that, that was like 2012, after I had finished all those programs and stuff like that and did some volunteerships. And I was babysitting for my cousin, and I was also going to school. So I was going to like a technical college, and pretty much I had like 7 credits left. And during this whole time, like 2013 all the way up to, or 2000, late 2012 up to 2014 is when I was going to school. And actually, I was going to school from 2011 up to 2014. Yeah. Well, no, 2012 up to 2014. But either way, during that time, how I was gaining money, because I did not have a job or anything like that. I only had like the volunteerships that pretty much this agency provided for me. So I was working at Barnes and Noble for like 2 summers, and I was trying to go to school and get like a associates in arts or associates in science or whatever. And then after that, like when I was going to school, I had like 17 credits left in school, or in college. And I said, I'm sitting here like I literally was going to donate plasma. I was donating plasma just to get by. Like if I wasn't donating plasma, I couldn't get anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't buy food. I couldn't ride the bus. I couldn't buy supplies or anything. Like I had to. I sat down and I was like, I gotta do something for money, because like I don't have these jobs anymore. Those programs are over, and I don't want to do volunteerships. I want to actually work and get paid on a regular basis, because these volunteerships was only for the summer. So I was like, well, looking online, different ways to earn money, and of course they had like you can sell your sperm. And I was like, okay, that's a little odd. Like I don't want many Calvins running around the world, like, you know, yeah, like I don't know about that. And then I was just like, okay, let's skip that. What else can I sell? Like, cause I was getting stuff from people, like stuff that people didn't want, and I was taking it to the pawn shop and selling it. That didn't turn out too well. And found online after the whole sell your sperm stuff, I found you can sell your plasma. And so I started donating, and that's where like I don't really show it off that often. Sometimes I wear long sleeves for a reason, because it shows a little bit more. But if you donate too much, like I donated like for a whole year, like like 2 times a week for a whole year, like straight. And so I have these uh little marks on my arm from where they stuck me with the needles from when I was donating and stuff like that. I was gonna do blood, but they didn't pay much for that, and it was just like a donation type thing. It wasn't you get paid for it. So I was like, well, I can sell my plasma, and I went there. I started. I was making like probably The first donation was like $20, and then the next donation was like 25. And the more you donate, or they had like weight classes. So if you were in a certain weight class, some people would get $15 for the first visit and 25 for the next visit. The second level would get 20 per, or for the first visit, and then like 30 for the second visit. And then the largest weight class would get like 25, and then 45 or something like that for the second visit. And I was getting like $50 a week. So I was working off of $50 a week, getting back and forth to class and school, and also to get to the plasma center, and also to buy food, and also to, like, for maintenance, buy like deodorants and toothbrushes, toothpaste, all the necessities that I needed. And I was working with like $50 a week just doing that. And after a while, I got tired. I got tired of donating, but I had to donate because I needed to get by. I needed to be able to have some type of income to maintain myself. So I was stuck in that cycle, and then I was doing that while I was going to school. And I promised myself, I said, the day that I get a job, an actual job that I can work and get money from on a consistent basis, I will never ever donate again. And I forget. I think it was like August 8th. It was August 8th of 2014. I remember the day because I remember when I got hired. I believe it was I got hired on the 14th. So I got hired, like, I believe a week after that day or something like that. Like it was either the 7th or the 8th. But I was at home because I was out of class. I didn't have class that day, and I was babysitting my cousin's kids. And I was like, okay, this donating plasma thing is not working, because now I got like these big ass track marks on my arm, and I got, like, people are noticing, so I'm wearing long sleeves so people don't think I'm some type of like drug head or something like that, shooting up and stuff like that. Because I actually did get comments about that, like, hey man, like, are you okay? Do you need, some assistance or whatever? And then I've actually had somebody come up to me and hand me a flyer for, like, people who do drugs and stuff like that, for like community meetings. And I was like, this is just like getting out of hand. I tried switching arms every time I went, but that didn't work. So now I have like a light track mark on my left arm, and somewhat noticeable one on the right arm. And it's like a reminder of what I literally had to endure to survive, basically at a minimum level, when I didn't have a job, when I was just doing what I had to do to get by. And so on the 7th or 8th of August, I was at home, and like the day before, no, it was the 7th. It was the 7th, because a week after that they told me I could start. So on like the 5th or the 6th, my mom was like, I was living with my mom at that point in time. And she was like, I know you said you needed a job and you're looking for work, but I know that they have a position out on the floor where I work, or in manufacturing at the job that I work at now, in the manufacturing portion in my department, and they're looking for workers, for like assembly workers or whatever. And I was like, send me the link or give me the application. I'm gonna fill that out today, and I'm gonna send it in. So the next day, It was the 6th, because that was a Friday, I believe. I think it was the 6th. It was something like that. I know it was the 6th. I filled out the application. I gave it to my mom, and she took it to work. And she told me just call up to the job and see what you can do to. No, actually, I think I was living with. I don't think. Well, actually, I think. Yeah, I think I was living with Monique at that point in time. I don't know. I don't know where, but I know I was at my mom's house and I gave them a call and I was like, "Hey, I sent in my application. Can you please take a look at it? My name is Calvin Brandon, all this stuff." And then on the 7th, they called me back. They was like, "Well, we looked at your application and we checked your references and we think you'll be good for the job. Is it possible you can come in on the 14th because the 14th was a Monday?" They were like, "Can you come in on the 14th as your start date?" And I was like, "Hell yes." Well, I didn't say hell yes, but I said, "Yeah, I can come in on the 14th." I was super excited because now I had an official job and I had to manage going to school and also working at the same time. And I had to move all my classes after I got off of work. And I was just tired after work. I was just like, I couldn't even speak. I was just like mentally fried. And I was like, I got to give up one. So I'm going to just like come back to school. And I really never went back to school. Like I had 17 credits to finish. I could have finished that in one semester, but I was just like, you know what? Forget that. I need money because I'm tired of donating. I got me a real job and I followed through with my promise. I said, fuck this donation thing. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to make some real money. And I remember getting my first paycheck and it felt wonderful. It felt good. Like I felt very accomplished. And I gotta say, that motivated me to be like, okay, I need to start working on just like saving up a little bit, being able to maintain stuff. So now I was able to help with bills. I was able to buy food. I was able to like do way, way more. Just imagine going from $50 a week, $50 a week to like 200, and I think my first check that I got was $217.29. I remember. And I was like, yo, this is so crazy. Like I really haven't seen that much money at once before. Like literally I was in that position where I was just like, I have not seen this much money before. I'm gonna go stupid. But I was just like, you know what? I gotta be an adult. I gotta, pay bills and stuff like that. So I was just like, well, I'm gonna just chill. So after a while, like at this point in time when I got my first paycheck, I still knew nothing about managing my finances or doing anything financially. I was in the situation where I was just riding the wave. Like I was just working just to work, just to get money, just to adult, you know what I mean? And then that's when I think at that point in time when I was working, that's when I know for a fact I was living with Monique. And it came to the point where we both were working. Like we both were working and we was both making money. It was both the financial situation was she was making money, but she was also getting disability. I was working, but I did not have any type of disability coming in or any type of like So I had Social Security coming in, but my mom gave that to me like every month, and it was only like $200, right? So $200 for rent, and I had my pay from work, and we get paid like every week, so that's all good. So pretty much like I was just riding the wave. I wasn't really focused on managing my finances. I wasn't focused on doing anything. I was just focused on making money and just like living life, right? And so then it came to the point where everything flipped on its head. Well, not flipped on its head completely. Everything flipped sideways. I was disoriented. Let's just say that, right? And the reason why I say that is because it came to the point where now Monique wasn't working. She wasn't working. So now I was the only person working, and she was still getting disability or Social Security or whatever. And she was getting like unemployment for a little bit. And I was sitting there thinking, this large chunk of money, this large chunk of income is now gone. Like the unemployment and the Social Security that she had, it was not even matching what she was getting from working and also getting Social Security. Like it wasn't matching at all. Like it was a big hit to the income that was coming into the house. And so this is what actually forced me. This was in 2017, either 2017 or 2016. 20, I think it was in 2016. I think it was in 2016. But no, it was in 2017. I know why. It was in, well, no, 26. Yes, it was in 2016. 2016 is when everything flipped on its side and I was disoriented. And so now I had to figure out as the provider, the main breadwinner of the household, how can I make it so we still can get by on this limited income? And this is when I started taking my finances serious. And I actually did, through this process, I actually did videos on on finances and stuff like that, like of the research that I had came upon, about the things that I was thinking about the thought processes that I had. And so this helped me realize, like, okay, well, I'm learning all this stuff and maybe I can put it out there so somebody else can get that information and be like, hey, this is helpful. But apparently nobody really wanted to watch it because those videos don't have as many views as any of the other videos I did at that point in time. But still, it helped me. And even when I was watching them today, right, I was watching the videos today and I was like, man, I was so fucking monotoned as a motherfucker. like, guys, you don't even know. Like, my voice and the way I speak now is totally different from when I was doing YouTube back a couple of years ago. Like, I was monotoned. I was like, I did not have a voice. Like, I had a voice, but I was just like, yeah, everybody. What's up, my peeps? Calvin B back with another video for you guys today. I'm just here doing this product review, and I was just like so monotone. It was just like ridiculous. And of course YouTube cuts off again. But it was just so cringy for me. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was literally up here yawning, like dude, you're putting me to sleep. Like my past self was putting my future self asleep. Like that's just weird. But but so after that little shift, that got me into like learning how to maintain my finances. Like I literally had to learn how to maintain my finances, and I did it all myself. I didn't ask for help. I didn't have any type of mentors, no financial advisors or anything like that. So I started creating a budget for myself. I started to create a financial plan for myself. I started to do research on different ways that I can build my wealth and maintain my wealth. And after all the research and after all the trial and error and failing and just not even understanding some things and learning from my mistakes, I finally started to get out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle because at that point in time, I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I said it in one of my previous videos. Every single week, I get paid every single week. And at that point in time, I got paid every single week. But every single week, I was always broke. My bank account was empty. That's how it was. Like I remember after paying all my bills and after doing all the stuff that I needed to do and after taking care of all the unexpected costs of life because something's broke or something came up or like, it was always something that I had to pay for. So living like that and living to the point where like you get done paying for all this stuff and you only have 13 cent in your bank account and you got to get through the week with that. You got to get through the week with borrowing money from people, borrowing money from your family, borrowing money from like friends, and just like having to actually feel what it feels like to have to ask for help because like at this point in time I'm out of my mom's house. Like it's no like going back to my mom's house saying, hey, I can't pay rent, so can I come stay at home? Like I had to figure out something. So started creating budgets for myself, started creating financial plans for myself, and after a while I started to work on my credit. Like I remember like I remember having 13 cent in my account and I was like, this ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work. And I was sitting there just like so stressed out, stress headache, everything like that. Like I was so stressed out. I had to figure out something. So I started working on my finances and after a while, like I started in 2016, and after a year, that's when I started working on my credit. So I had an idea after that year. I had an idea about how to budget, how to save money, because at that point in time, I was almost out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Um, and I had money left over. I was able to pay some of the bills up. I was able to, make sure that we have food in the house. I was able to make sure that everything was taken care of course, with Monique's help and everything like that. Not taking anything away from her on that, but it was very stressful. It was very hard having to be the only person working in the house because you think about it, right? You already have a situation where the person that you're living with is not working, so their income is very limited, and you have to cover some of the costs that they can't cover, so going through that, if I had the mindset of a worker bee at that point in time, because I had to say, or I had said to myself, well, if I don't go into work today, if I don't have the time to cover for that day and I don't go into work, then that means that that's less money that I'm able to work with. So I gotta go into work. Like, even if I was sick, even if I had a hangover from the weekend, even if I just did not feel like going into work, even if I was having a mental breakdown, I had to go in, because if I did not go in, then how was I going to provide? How was I going to make sure the whole household was taken care of? How was I going to pay the bills? And it was very stressful. And I think that that pressure that was put on me, I think that having that happen, right? Having that happen sparked that initiative, sparked the fire in me to do this, to learn about it, and to make sure that, and to see the importance of it. Because a lot of times, a lot of people don't think about finances in the way that I think about finances, right? A lot of people don't think about, like, how can I get out of this paycheck to paycheck cycle? Like, they think about it in the sense of, like, well, I can't do this because I don't know what to do, right? And you got to have the mentality, if you are in a situation that you're stuck in that you don't like, you got to figure out a way to change that. And that's the mindset that I had at that point in time. I said, I need to figure out a way. Either I guess I was in the same mindset somewhat that I was in now, because I was thinking to myself, like, how can I make money to replace the income that we lost for the household? And that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about, like, how can we, because I don't want to be out on the streets. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to, be in a situation where now I got to ask people, for a place to stay. And so after a while, after getting my finances straight, and after saving up some money, putting in the work to clean up my finances and make sure that my finances was like a well-oiled machine. Like, I tried to incorporate, I tried to add Monique in on that whole situation, but I was the person who was mainly the brains. I'm not gonna say it like that. That sounds wrong. I was the brains as far as the finances of the household, right? I was the brain and the brawn, because I executed all of the financial stuff. Like, I would pay all the bills pretty much. She would give me the money. I would pay all the bills. I would make sure that all the money went to the right place. And I had a well-oiled system. Where now we have money coming in and all the bills are being taken care of. And now we have extra money left over. So now we're able to utilize that extra money that's left over to put towards something else, to make things work a little bit better. And after that whole situation, I tried to get her, because at that point in time, after I got into that position where I was not living paycheck to paycheck, but I was getting by and I was saving money, and I was in a position where, I had money left over from the paycheck and everything like that. And it was more so, I gotta admit that it was more so of a split finance household, right? Like, it was more so like the money that I made, and it goes towards bills, and the money that she had, that was her money, and she would spend it on whatever she had left after paying her portion of the bills. She would spend on whatever she wanted. So it was more so of a 2-income household, but it was more of a split, and it was a split financial household. It was not combined. Like it was combined as far as taking care of all the bills and stuff, but any money left over, it was just like up to the person who the money belonged to. And with that, I was just like, well, I'm gonna take care of my part, and then once I have money on the side, I can start doing different things. That's how I started getting into investing. So I started investing with Robinhood like when it first came out, like when they first launched Robinhood and they said no commissions. I was like, because previously, like maybe a couple of years before, I was looking into trading because a family friend who is deceased now, he was telling me about like the stock market and how you could buy stocks and get dividends. And he was actually he was the, I would say, the only person in my life who was actually giving me financial advice, right? He The advice that he gave me that kind of changed the way I thought about money a little bit. The advice that he gave me said, never spend your last dollar, because as long as you have that $1, you're able to have some type of push when it comes to your finances. You're able to do something like there's videos online of people flipping a dollar to $10,000. Right? They start out with something small, like they buy a pen or whatever, or buy a pack of pens and then sell it, and then make a profit off of it, and then just build on that and all that stuff. Right? So I was just like, okay, well, that's a good idea. Like, I'll always have money to, do whatever I need. And that was like that's when I started saving. And I was impacted by that. Like that kind of changed the way I thought about money at that point in time. And for me, I was like, well, I got this extra money left over, so why not just invest it, right? Because saving money, because at that point in time, I was thinking to myself, okay, well, people talk about saving and investing all the time, but what's the difference? So I did a little research and I did a little thinking, and I thought to myself, I was like, well, saving is putting away money with the intent to have it for later. And investing is putting away money with the intent to grow your money. So I was like, let me go ahead and invest in some stocks and bonds. And I remember receiving my first dividend payment, and I was so excited. It was like euphoric, like that, like the first time that I received a paycheck from my job. And it was only for 1 cent, and I was like, what? I just got paid. Oh shoot. And it was only 1 cent. Like that 1 cent was like $1 million. For some reason, I was just so excited. But I was just like, well, I put money in and I got money out because I was investing, and I was like dividend investing. So for a while, like for that, well, ever since 2017, I was investing. So after that whole thing, after that year, started working on my credit. And for 2 years, I was working on my credit. I had credit cards. I had my first credit card was Capital One, the Capital One Platinum card, secure credit card, because I saved up like enough money to put down a security deposit for the credit card that I got. And I pretty much started using that to pay the bills, and then my credit started building. And then I started using Fingerhut because like that was an interesting thing to have, and I could also buy like games, and I could buy different stuff, buy shoes and clothes, stuff like that. And then after a while, I was in debt. After a while, I was in debt. And I was like, I just went from having money saved over or saved up, and money left over from work to now I'm paying for these credit cards. And yeah, I was paying for the credit card, so my score was going up. Like it was a 532 when I first started. And after 2 years, 2017 passed, or 2017 passed, and then of course 2018, 2019 comes, and I'm doing well. Like I'm financially savvy. Like I was savvy with money. Well, not was, but I am savvy with money. So throughout that whole 2 3 year time span, or throughout that whole 2 year time span, I became like I learned a whole lot of financial information. I learned how to manage my finances. I learned the different concepts of money. I learned how to use my money to grow my money, with investing in stocks and bonds. And it was crazy because after I started learning all that, I was still stuck in the in the sense of like I had money saved up and then something came up and then I was broke. Had money saved up, then something came up, broke. And again, it was never really a combined financial situation, right? Like it was combined as far as paying the bills and all that stuff, but whatever money each of us had, like I was with Monique for 10 years, so you can tell like that's where I was. Like I was living with her for not 10 years, but probably 7 or something like that. But of course, like it was never a combined financial household. It was combined as far as bills and paying the necessities of living. But as far as like any money left over, whatever she had, she had. Whatever I had, I had. And I got used to her not working. Like I got used to the situation with her not working, and I was in this little plateau stage where I'm just cruising. Like I had no financial goals. I had type of no type of initiative to do anything as far as like buying a house and stuff like that. And then after in 2018, that's when I got the motivation to buy a house because I was tired of living in apartments. I was tired of people walking over my head. I was tired of people just like being around me. Like I just, yeah, it's okay to have neighbors, but when they're like right next to you and somebody's kid is like just having a temper tantrum in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. in the morning when you got to go to work and you got to get up at 4, or like in the middle of the night, like 12 midnight or 11 o'clock at night, people fighting and stuff like that. It gets tiring. It gets tiring. And I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna deal with this, then I might as well have my own place. Right? I might as well have my own place. That way I can do what I want to. I can make as much as noise as I want to. I don't have to worry about anybody. And so I had the idea. I was like, okay, well, my finances is at a good place. This is 2018. Finances is at a good place. All I got to do is build up my credit to a high enough credit score, and I'm good. So after a while, I pretty much just started paying off all my debt. I started saving up money, and 2019 comes around. I'm like, okay, well, this year is when I'm gonna start the home buying process, or I'm at least going to take the initiative to contact a realtor or something like that. Like I had plans to do it like in November or something like that, but in July what actually happened was in July, Monique had called a realtor, Century 21, and was asking them about the process in buying a house and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm not ready yet. Like, I still got to get things in order because I'm the type of person that I'm meticulous about things. Like, if something is not set up perfectly, like it, in a sense, what I consider perfect. And I guess it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just like OCD or something like that. But I just like I have a nag for things being in the right place so that way things can play out perfectly. Like, I don't know. Like, I pay a lot of attention to detail, and sometimes it's bad. I'm going to admit, sometimes it's bad when I get hyper focused on the details, and sometimes it's good. And most of the time it's good, but sometimes it's just bad. It's just like I start to overthink things and stuff like that. And luckily, I was in the mindset of like, okay, well, it can't hurt because I'm gonna start the home buying process in January anyway for 2020 because that was one of my goals of 2019 was to at least start the home buying process so that way I can own my own home. And at this point, at this point, it was very stressful because the relationship between me and Monique was not going that great. And then I also had this stress of building my finances so that way I'm ready for January. When January hits, I can have everything ready. And then after a while, like things just, it was just, I had to make some decisions. And I figured that I pretty much built my finances on my own. Like, no one really helped me build my finances. Every single time I talked about it with people, they thought it was stupid or they thought it didn't matter or it was just like, I don't need to focus on that. What's the point of that? And I pretty much built my finances myself. I did everything on my own. I did research. I gained guidance from people like Ty Lopez and Dan Locke and entrepreneurs online who were giving advice and giving ideas and concepts and stuff like that. And I took that and I ran with it and I, molded it to what I needed to mold it to. And everything worked out. Once 2020 hit, once January hit, I was just like, let's do this. Let's do this. I had no idea that the whole pandemic was going to hit. Had no idea how horrible, how freaking horrible 2020 was going to be. I said that I coined 2020 the year of rebirth, mainly for the fact that this was going to be a new step in life. This was going to be like a change for the better, like a rebirth, like the death of the old me. Now I'm reborn. I can do everything that I need to do. I can finally be free from my old self because I was so stressed out. I was so depressed. I was so like anxious. Like, I dealt with all those emotions. I dealt with a whole lot of stress, depression, and anxiety over the last course of like, well, actually, I would have to say that because of some reasons that just it doesn't relate to this at all, but I was pretty much depressed and anxious and like sometimes suicidal since like I would have to say 2011 up to that point. 2011 up to 20 nine, I would say 2019. Like, of course, I still deal with it sometimes, and I found a lot of peace and I found a lot of happiness within myself over the last couple of years. But I still deal with bouts of like my down slows. Like I told you guys before, and I said it before in previous videos and live streams. Like I noticed that sometimes I'll have like these little roller coaster moments where everything will be going good, then everything's doing bad, then everything is doing good, and then everything's bad, and everything's good, everything's bad. And it would just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like if I had to measure it, it probably occurred like every week or every other week where things would change. Things would go bad and good and bad and good. And it was just so crazy. And I would have these bouts of like sadness where I had no energy. I just did not feel like doing anything. That's why my schedule was so off. That's why like there would be periods of time where I wouldn't even upload for a month. There would be periods of time where I would be posting every day because I just had the energy to do so. But then there would be times where I didn't have the energy to do so. And then my schedule just got affected by it. I was just trying to figure out ways that I could make money and get out of the situation that I was in. And out of all the time, the hard work paid off. The hard work paid off. November 1st, 2016. I remember that day because that is the day that I came out with the video with the title of this live show, My New Life Perspective. That is a video that I posted on November 1st, 2016. And in that video, I said that, well, actually, in that video was so, it was so influential, right? Because in that video, when I posted that video on November 1st, 2016, I received my very first pre-approved letter for a mortgage of 350,000. I think it was 350,000 or 310,000 or something like that. I know it was in the 300,000 mortgage rates, and I was pre-approved for it. And I said in that video, you know what? I'm not even ready to purchase a house, but I know that slowly but surely I'm gonna build up my finances, and eventually I'm going to get a house, no doubt. And even also in that video, I said the whole point is, or I was saying something about like Robinhood. Then I was like, it's all to find a way to improve everything that I have now. Improve upon everything that I have now. I may have a 40-inch or a 32-inch TV, but hey, one day I'm going to get a 60-inch TV or a 90-inch TV. Guess what size TV I have now? Can't tell you that. But anyway, I achieved both of those goals of getting a large screen TV. Like, you know, mine's just 86 inches, but I still got that TV, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to get that TV. I'm going to get that house, and nobody going to tell me different. And I was telling people, you know, yeah, I'm working towards getting a house. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be taking a long time to get a house and everything like that, or you can't get a house, it's gonna be too much maintenance, or you're not really ready for a house, you know, you should just stay in an apartment, just rent. And I was like, well, that's what you say, but I'm gonna work towards getting a house. And all that paid off. All that paid off. All that work paid off. That's the whole point of this story. And I probably was rambling on, and I probably was just like talking out the side of my neck somewhat. But all that work and all that motivation and all that thought, late nights staying up figuring out how I'm gonna pay my bills and all the things that I had to do, donating plasma, selling items that I got from people's, just doing odd jobs, cutting grass. Well, I didn't cut grass that much because like I wasn't really that great at it, but just like doing like babysitting for people and doing like watching their dogs or house sitting or something like that. And I was just like, I did all of that. Like some of that stuff, I did that just to survive. I did all of that just to survive. And what pushed me to really, really take a look at the situation was that shift, was that uncomfortable shift that made me look at my finances and realize the importance of it. And maybe that shift hasn't happened to you yet. Maybe that shift is just like coming towards you. Maybe you haven't experienced it yet. But I implore everybody, I highly suggest everybody who has not done it yet, really get your finances straight because you can really achieve a lot. You know, you can relieve a lot of stress. You can relieve a lot of things just by gaining that knowledge, just by doing that, right? You want to put some money away for your kids for college? Learn how to better manage your finances and start, saving money effectively. Start doing things effectively. And if you want to buy a house, just like I did, work on your finances. See, because really having a house and being a homeowner does come with a couple of things, but it also with relationships, they say that a lot of people, a lot of relationships are affected highly by the financial situation or the finances of that, right? Couples, they argue about money, right? Some people look for certain people who have a lot of money, but don't know how to manage the finances themselves. So they wreck things. Or it could be the case where just like, people in general, like they just don't care about it, and people have different standards for money. Like, so it makes it a lot better when you know how to manage your finances as opposed to having somebody else do it for you. Because when you don't know how to manage your finances, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to, mess something up. You're going to be put in a situation where you're under a lot of stress. So I suggest that like from that, like the moral of the story is learn how to manage your finances. Get financial goals. Learn how to use money as a tool. Bam. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically my whole financial story. That is how I gained everything I got now. That is how I am doing well for myself, because I know how to tweak it and twerk it. It's late. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. I should stop. I know how to tweak it and twerk it, No, let me stop. But that's basically about it. That's like my whole financial story. That's my financial success story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I surely did making it or telling this story to you. I know it was kind of like all over the place for sure because when I go off the dome like that, I tend to go off on tangents and I tend to just like I don't know, like, I'm a thinker. So sometimes I just sit back and think and I be like trying to make sure I say it right and express it to you guys right. Hopefully this motivated you guys to start looking at your finances and start making financial goals for yourself. But of course, gonna go through the whole ending spiel here. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Guys, if you do not know Exotic Rarities merch, make sure you check out the Teespring store in the description. And make sure you go ahead and check that out and use that promo code if you decide to place an order. Use that promo code, which is Regal 2020. You get 15% off of your entire order when you order via my Teespring store and use that promo code. Now, we also have 5 other different ways that you can support the channel. We got 2 direct donation links. We got one that's via PayPal and one that's via Cash App. And if you use the Cash App cash tag Caliber 724, you can go ahead and directly donate to the channel, help with equipment and productions and everything. So hopefully, like I said before, it's not mandatory, but it is very highly appreciated. It's not mandatory, but it's highly appreciated. And then we have 3 affiliate links in the description. We have Cash App, which if you sign up via my link, we both get a $5 credit to our account. Robinhood, if you sign up via my link with Robinhood and you're looking to invest, then we both will get a free stock valued up to $500, so you can get Ford, Apple, Tesla, what have you, Google. And yeah, that's pretty cool. But if you want to start trading or day trading or dividend investing or swing trading, whatever you want to do, they even have fractional shares, so that's all good. Last one is going to be Uber Eats. If you sign up via my link, you will get a $7 off of your order, but it's only for new users. So if you already have an account, then you're just out of luck on that one, I guess. But that's basically about it. It's late. I actually got to get up and go into the office tomorrow. So, well, I mean, I guess it's all right. It's all cool. I got to do my exercises anyway because I'm getting a little pudgy. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a little pudgy. I've been like all those sodas is pretty much almost gone, and I had like a movie night, and I bought a whole bunch of like candy and popcorn and stuff like that, and I just been snacking a whole lot. I've been snacking a whole lot, so I'm getting a little pudgy. I got to do my exercises, but I'm not even going to ramble anymore. That's basically about it for this live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to be brilliant, stay inspired. You guys know what it is. Don't forget to throw a like on this. Smack that like button if you happen to enjoy the live stream. Subscribe for more content. More content coming soon. And also make sure you turn on those post notifications because you don't want to miss out on any other video or live stream. I'm just tired right now, so I'm just trying to act energetic. Oh my goodness. Okay, but don't forget to be brilliant, stay inspired. You guys know what it is. Yes, you know what it is, and I don't even know what that was, but you guys know what it is. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Oh, peace. I ain't gonna wear it, homie. I'm weird as hell. I'm tired as hell too.